Hi everyone, I just wanted to go through and show you a running warm-up that I do before every run. This is modified from Kelly Starrett's running series and the Ready State. I will post a link to that video if you want to see everything that he goes through. I'm just going to run through everything real quick. So what I start with is 100 jumps. Tight butt, brace your core, breathe through your nose, jump. Point your feet down. 100 jumps, or you can set a timer for 1 minute. If you have a jump rope, you can use that as well. After you've done 100 jumps, I do 50 on each foot. Same thing, tight butt, core tight, breathe through your nose, standing tall. If you can't do all 50 on one foot at once, alternate back and forth. Jumping up and down until you accumulate about 30 seconds in each leg. From there, we're gonna go down to the ground and a lunge. And you're gonna spend about a minute on each side, just kind of flossing around, moving around, stretching into that hip, seeing how things feel. Maybe bring your elbows down to the ground, spend a minute there. And then what I would like you to do from there is straighten that front leg about 5 times. Feel that stretch in your hamstring in the back of your leg. And then once you've done that 5 times, if you can, bring a toe towards you. That'll give you a little more stretch. You'll feel it a little bit more down into your calf. And then after that, you're just gonna switch sides. Do the same thing on the other side. And twist away from that knee, twist towards it. Each side's gonna feel a little different. You might end up spending more than 1 minute on the side. And once you go through all that, maybe coming down, just kind of moving around in that. You're gonna do the same thing with the extension 5 times. You can do it fast or slow, it just depends on. And then that same 3 times where you pull your toe back. If it hurts, don't do that, okay? Just listen to your body and what it's telling you. All right, from there, I'm gonna come up and we're gonna go into a squat. I'm just gonna see how the bottom of that squat feels. You're gonna feel maybe any tightness. And what I want you to do is put your hands down in front of you and rotate your body side to side, bringing your knee down. It's gonna get some mobility in your ankles, and you're once again gonna feel this in your hips. I just go back and forth in here up to 10 times, or you can stay in this as long as it feels good to you. From there, you're gonna come down, one leg out, come down on the opposite leg. Your heel might be up off the ground. Our goal eventually would be able to get our heel on the ground and stretch out. But also when you come up, you do get some more mobility in your ankle, because you're gonna be wanting that full flexion of your ankle while you're running. So it's nice to warm that up. And then just try to stay low, straighten that bent leg, and rotate to the other side. Same thing. I try to come back on my heel and up, wiggle back and forth a little bit, just kind of get stuff moving. And I'll cycle back and forth between those 2 sides for as long as I feel. Usually about 5 times per side, just depends. And then what I'd like you to do is go back into that lunge like you were before. You're gonna have both hands on the ground, whichever leg is straight behind you. I would like you to straighten it. Think about really tightening up your glutes tight, and then take a deep breath in and out and relax. I want you to do that 3 times per side. So once you've done 3 times on that side, you're just gonna rotate, other side, straighten your leg, tighten your glutes. Come out. All right. Once you've done that, I like to lay down, squeeze knee into my chest, and just do a few hip raises. And once again, you really want to think about at the top, squeezing everything butt and core tight. Just want to really get those glutes activated. Runners tend to be pretty quad dominant. And we want to wake up those hamstrings and those glutes and get them ready to do their share of the work while we're out running. All right, after you've done that a couple times each side, we're going to go through a series of squats. So you're just going to have your standard squat stance, feet hip width apart, and you're going to keep your pressure even between the front of your foot and the back of your foot. Squat down as low as you can comfortably. You might not be able to go this far. You want to make sure you keep even pressure through your feet, and then stand up. Then you're going to rotate your feet out. So they're same thing, far as you can comfortably go down, and then back up. And then it's going to feel awkward. You're going to turn your feet towards each other, so your big toes are pointed in towards each other. You're probably not going to be able to squat as low, especially if you're keeping that even pressure along your feet. Stand back up. You're going to go through those same 3 squats, but this time stagger right foot forward. Squat as low as you can with the even pressure. Up, foot face out, up, and then the awkward one, feet facing in. Won't be able to go as low. Your chest tall. Go as low as you can while keeping even pressure. Stand back up, and then same thing, but opposite foot forward. Squat, come up, feet facing out, up, feet facing in, and up. And then from there, I move on to my arms. So the first thing I do is I'm going to do some rotations on each side, really scooping your arm around, forward, and then backward. And you're going to do that on each side as many times as you need. I usually do 8 to 10 forward and backward. And then after that, I just do a big hug a couple times. I like to move my arms down my body as I go, just to get a different, feel like I'm stretching a different part of my back. And then we're gonna do a side to side kind of hug reach. So what you're gonna do is step the same foot in front of you as the arm you're swinging, and you're gonna kind of rotate your hip with your leg in front of you as you swing your arms around. You're gonna do that about 10 times. And then you're gonna do what I call a golf swing. You're gonna be swinging your arms to one side and up and really pushing that hip out. So you're getting a full stretch on this side of the body as your arms go up from your hip all the way up, and just back and forth like that. And then the last one is you take your arms up and flick behind you. And you're gonna do that. This whole warm-up usually takes me about 15 minutes to get through. I feel like it really just gets everything activated and ready for my run. If you have your own warm-up you like to do, keep doing that. If you like this one, do it before your runs. And yeah, whatever you need to do to warm up before you run, you feel good. Have fun.